Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. What is it with you in this year that you have to, let's see, internalize, that you have to understand, that you have to learn from, that you might have to leave behind, that you might have to continue? What went on with you this year? And what are you pulling in the next year? Let's do a wrap up for 2025. We have the Page of Swords. Did you deal with a lot of emotional manipulation this year, Taurus? Have you been a little bit manipulative? Okay. We have the Ten of Cups coming out, though. So it's... were you able to kind of talk your way out of something? This is the first thing I'm getting. This could also just be you learning to express yourself somehow. Okay, so we have the Star coming out. Hope, spiritual awakenings, wish fulfillment, and the Ten of Cups. So, okay, I'm getting somewhere, but okay, yeah. Okay, so there might have been a lot of conflict around you this year, Taurus. There might have been a lot of naysayers and a lot of voices just fighting each other, arguing. And through it all, you were able, this is giving Seven of Swords energy, like being able to kind of move out of conflict without anyone catching you, you know? So, okay, yeah. I'm getting somewhere. Did you break up with this? Okay, you might have gotten out of abusive relationships, not just relationships, but environments. You were kind of able to save yourself quickly too. Yeah, you went against your fears and you decided quickly. So this year you're really proud of leaving things behind that have made you anxious, that made you fearful. You've released that fear. I'm hearing that you're actively working on your happiness this year, Taurus. And you're pulling in more happiness in the next year because you finally expressed yourself. This is usually the Seven of Wands in the reverse can be that you're exhausted, that you want to give up, but you didn't give up. You didn't give up on yourself is what I'm hearing. So I'm seeing a lot of different scenarios and pictures. You were greedy with your energy. I'm going to keep going. Like, I'm going to focus on the cards first before I keep going with the deck and like pull more cards. I'm seeing different scenarios. So for some of you, you might have finally left some sort of abusive relationship. For some others of you, you might have just, there was a lot of fighting around you, a lot of arguing around you, and you stayed quiet. Instead of like fueling the flame, like making it even stronger, you decided to just keep your mouth shut and move through this conflict, strong energy quietly. And you moved quickly. You were really greedy with your energy, even though it was really overwhelming for you to deal with this argumentative energy, with this abusive energy. I'm hearing emotionally and like, yeah, like emotionally manipulative energy. It was really, it brought a lot of imbalance to you, and you just focused on yourself, on the best decision for yourself, like for you, not for other people, but for you. I want to see if I can get some more clarifiers from the tarot, if I should move on to the oracle deck, because I was feeling called to the pocket archetypes that I got in the mail today. I also got some books from, I think it's Olivia Butler. Is it her? Yeah, it's Octavia Butler. Anyway, let's see. That might be relevant to some of you. Wow, that came flying out. We have Temperance. Yeah, this is you striving for balance. So I'm getting another scenario where someone is being attacked, someone is being like verbally attacked, and they decide to just not respond to that person. So I'm seeing that Taurus has really prioritized their peace over being right. There's a saying in German that goes, du hast recht und ich habe meine Ruhe, which basically means you're right and I have my peace. You have your right, or you have the, like, you are right in this argument and I'm at peace now because we don't have to argue anymore. So you might have preferred to just stay by yourself. You might have preferred to stay in control of your emotions, is what I'm hearing, and stay patient with yourself. being very sensible in the way you deal with this chaotic situation, with this abuse, with this manipulation. You might have been very graceful, like you operated with grace this year, Taurus. And I think Spirit is very proud of you. Your higher self, something is going on outside. So there was a lot of chaos, a lot of violence too, is what I'm hearing, surrounding you this year. But you've stayed peaceful. You stayed in a very feminine and patient energy and chose your peace over these arguments. This could be a friendship, like fallout too, like just friends being really, like your friend group, like fighting, and you just stayed in the back because you didn't want to join this conflict. You really wanted your peace this year, Taurus, which I commend you for. I'm hearing that your higher self is really proud of you because you embodied it and you have finished a cycle because of that. There's some significant cycle when it comes to your identity, when it comes to how you deal with your energy, when it comes to you pouring into your own cup or into the cup of others, when it comes to give and take of emotions, that you have finally completed this year. And that is bringing in a lot of happiness next year, a lot of peace, a lot of tranquility is what I'm hearing. No more delusions, because I saw the Seven of Cups just now. It fell back into the deck, as well as the Queen of Swords in the upright. So you might have been very clear cut with your communication. You might have had some really unbiased judgment, but we do have the Five of Cups coming out, so you might have had still to cut your losses in some sort of sense. Like you might have still had some sort of loss when it comes to your friendships or this relationship, this abusive relationship. It might have started really lovingly and like your dream partner, and it just turned violent, so you had to cut your losses with them. And it still feels like this is a deep transformation, very Scorpion energy. It feels like you were halted in your manifestations because you had to focus so much energy on going within and like pushing all this conflict aside and like trying to find your way through the arguments that you couldn't manifest materially, is what I'm hearing. So what you did manifest, it all, okay, let me phrase it another way. All the mental energy you had, all the spiritual energy you had, all the energy from your guides was used to protect you from these arguments, was used to protect you from this violence, was used to protect you from this spiritual attacking. I'm hearing monitoring spirits. There's not something to laugh about, but I just like the memes. I laugh about the memes. But all that energy was used to kind of keep you afloat mentally and spiritually. So you couldn't focus it on your material manifestations. You were blocked somehow in your manifestations. So what I'm getting is that for the next year, you'll be very much so focused on your material manifestations. Now that you've brought peace to your environment, you brought inner peace to yourself, you can focus on your material abundance, because that's what you're here to do as a Venus sign, aren't you? You're here to bring it in. Bring it in. Let's see what you're bringing in. Oh, two cards falling out immediately. We have the butterfly, evolving in growth, next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. You done did that. So let's see. You might have been dealing with a narcissist or just narcissistic people, very self-focused people, people that have a hard time reflecting, people that are more on the offense than on the defense. So we have narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. Let's see what else wants to come out. I would like to see. Yeah, and I was getting that earlier too. I think we had the Four of Wands, didn't we? It doesn't matter. But I was just getting that you might have been mirroring these people and you realized that like they might have brought out things in you that you didn't like seeing. So you went within to deal with that, find your inner peace, and move on, right? We have mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. So you're pulling in love next year. You're pulling in love next year too. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, struck in love, struck by love. So you might be like being invited out somewhere. There's too many cards coming out here, but what I'm going to take is this bottom deck energy, which says abundance. So what you're pulling in next year is love-based connection, not fight or violence or manipulation-based, insecurity-based connection, but love-based connections, as well as abundance. Because you kept the positive mindset, you will be able to manifest again. It says manifest here, gratitude and bliss and blessings. So your higher self spirit is blessing you for your patience. You worked really well with them, and yeah, you have something to look forward to, Taurus.